You can go 3 weeks without food, 3 days without water, but most of us can barely go 3 minutes without air. Breathing was formed over thousands of years to allow humans to make energy, and like most mammals, it would have previously been automatically controlled by the autonomic nervous system. However, humans developed controlled complex speech. As speech is just an exhale that's shaped into audible words, this wrestled control of our breathing to become a hybrid system that can be controlled both unconsciously and consciously. Because of the intimate nature that breathing shares with the nervous system, it's affected by emotion, dangers, trauma, and stress. Internal and external stimuli all affect how we breathe, sending signals through the autonomic nervous system to tell us when and how to breathe. This is a two-way street, and when our breathing rate increases, for example during exercise, the body responds accordingly by upping the level of stress in our bodies to cope with the situation. But, because we have the capability to control our breathing, we can consciously choose how we breathe, tailoring the signals that we send back through the autonomic nervous system to the brain. This in turn registers the feeling of safety and allows us to control the level of stress, as our brain sends out signals to down-regulate our body into a parasympathetic, relaxed state. And it's these forms of breathwork that we will be practicing in this course. But breathwork also offers us greater capabilities than relaxing and down-regulating. By cycling between heightened arousal and relaxation that we can cause through the breath, we can tune our nervous system's stress response, leading not only to the tools to down-regulate quicker, but also to increase that baseline stress resilience. Beyond the breath's incredible ability to down-regulate your nervous system and increase your resilience, it's also a vital part of how we create energy. Through a complex array of processes, cellular respiration takes in the oxygen to your cells and releases carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is critical in allowing oxygen to transfer from your bloodstream to the cell for fuel. A high breathing rate from chronic stress or anxiety expels a greater frequency of CO2 from your bloodstream. This can recalibrate the baseline of your blood CO2 tolerance and lower the efficiency of oxygenation. The main cause to breathe for you comes from your CO2 levels, so a lowered CO2 tolerance causes you to breathe more, which, ironically, heightens your stress arousal, causing you to breathe more, and the negative feedback loop is complete, keeping you at elevated stress levels or anxiety levels. But by increasing this tolerance, not only can we break the loop, we can increase our sporting performance and reduce the load on our cardiovascular system. And as if these stress and health controlling attributes of breathwork aren't enough, there's a form of breathwork that the science is now coming out to back called conscious connected breathing. Through a process called transient hypofrontality, it acts to bypass the thinking part of the brain and allow suppressed emotions or even trauma to be released. For a more detailed and in-depth explanation of the science behind breathwork, please see the accompanying info in the section of this course if you're interested. In the next section, we'll be exploring down-regulating breathwork that allows you to control your stress levels and come back to relaxation whenever you like. I'll see you there.